and Wolverine. We were fortunate enough to check out an advanced screening, and this is definitely one you're going to want to avoid as many spoilers as you can. We did hear that Disney put out a trailer. We didn't watch it, but a trailer with a cameo reveal. And yes, this movie is bountiful with cameos, but at the same time, these cameos were utilized in such an effective and impactful way that I wouldn't even call them cameos. I'd call them supporting characters.
Very much so. But they do it in such a good way as far as like who these characters are that it makes sense for the things that they do in the story. It is like a contained story within the Deadpool universe. Like it makes sense for Deadpool because that was something that I was worried about. I thought that they were going to just do cameo after cameo after cameo. That just didn't really make sense.
It felt organic.
It did feel organic when it happened. And so I was relieved that was okay. That was great. Another thing too, this movie is rated R. So there is going to be vulgarity, there is going to be bloody, and they do deliver on those aspects for sure, especially when it comes to like the way that Deadpool does his like fighting and stuff like that. Very much so. And I would say they go balls to the wall with it a little bit.
Balls everywhere, actually. This movie, it's incredibly vulgar and violent. They don't hold back.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love that they decided that right out of the gate, we're going to give you your rated R movie. Yes, it's still under the 20th century banner, but we all know as Marvel, as Disney, it's the MCU. So they definitely do a fantastic job at not holding back and making it feel like the other two Deadpool movies. And I know they were talking about back in the day how, we wanted to do a movie, we wanted to make it a road trip type movie. In a way, they do figure out how to give us that type of movie with Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, their amazing chemistry together, and adding that massive amounts of comedy that these guys, or at least Ryan Reynolds is known for, but bringing the powerhouse emotions that Hugh Jackman can do, and we have seen both as Wolverine and just as an actor himself, and they are able to bring that together to give you a little bit of everything in this movie.
Yeah, one of the things that has been kind of also missing from this portion of the MCU post Endgame is that, like you said, they have a lot of contained stories and they don't really connect to each other. But with this one, because we saw in the trailer that there was the TVA, there is some tie-in, which I really enjoyed. But at the same time, I was kind of worried to see how they would do that because I feel like a lot of times they tend to take some stuff that we've seen before, but change it in a way that's like, wait a minute, but they were doing this, and why isn't this happening? And they did a good job at relaying what is going on with that too.
I will say, if you have issues, if you saw the trailers and you have issues with the Void, this movie definitely does take its own liberties when it comes to just the visual aesthetics of the Void. So for those that were, wanting it to look like the way it looked in Loki, they do their own thing when it comes to the Void. So that is the only thing that I would say that they did take liberties on to do their own cinematic version of something, which is noticeable if you watch the trailers and breakdowns and stuff. Granted, we only saw the first teaser trailer and the first theatrical trailer. Didn't see any of the other trailers that they ended up doing. No spots or anything like that. So with that being said, the trailers themselves do give you a pretty good idea of the flow and which way we're going to go in the story. But man, these trailers do not give you any idea of what is in store for our characters in this movie.
Yeah, what exactly it is that we are going to see in this movie. And then, yes, of course, it being in the multiverse as far as like saga. And I know that a lot of times when you think multiverses, you're like, oh, we're going to go to other multiverses and whatnot. And I kind of want to like dial it back a little bit. Like I said, this is a contained story with Deadpool. So while there is certain things that do happen, it doesn't really go like crazy with it.
Yeah.
Like it fits with Deadpool and his story. And that's what I really liked about it, that it fits him and the like what he's doing.
Yeah, it's still Deadpool 3 technically.
Yes.
So you're still getting that Deadpool story. It just so happens Deadpool happens to be doing some other things, outside of his normal routine. The music, Rob Simonson ended up doing the score for this one. Rob Simonson has done the Ghostbusters Afterlife and some others as well. Worked with Jason Reitman quite a bit on his movies as well. And even though there's a lot of songs, soundtrack, music that is recognizable through pop culture throughout this movie, the Rob Simonson score, when it is there, is fire. I love it. I want to listen to more of it. I want to pay attention to it more as I watch it again because it was a perfect supplement. Rob Simonson has a tendency to not shy away from using other composers' themes, so incorporating some aspect of it. He doesn't go over the top, but at the same time, it felt very much in the vein of what we have received in the past. Again, those songs from the soundtrack, banger after banger after banger, and there is an amazing rendition of one of the songs that was in the trailer. If you saw the trailer, you know what song they've used a lot, and there's an amazing rendition of it that I just want to listen to over and over, and I will be enjoying it immensely when I watch the movie a second and probably third time in the theater.
Right. So that is another thing too, is the fact that majority of the movies that have come out so far when it comes to the MCU, we go to these press screenings or we go to these event screenings, but we also buy a additional ticket for when it actually does come out to go watch it again. However, every time that we do see it during the press screening, we end up returning those tickets because we feel like it's not something that we would want to go see again. However, with this one, it's definitely one we were like, damn, we got to go see that again. So
Opening
we will
night.
Be seeing it again.
Packed house.
We bought our tickets to
In
go
IMAX.
see it again in IMAX. Yeah.
We saw it in Dolby this time, and it wasn't an IMAX screen, but we will be seeing it in IMAX come this Friday. Granted, it was a big screen, and we saw Top Gun Maverick in the same auditorium that we saw this one in, and it was fantastic. Amazing sound system at AMC. But this press screening, typically with these press screenings, with the exception of us or a friend, Zach Pope Review, shout out. Typically, everyone's fairly subdued and quiet.
Yeah.
Not this screening.
No,
so
yeah,
this screening was popping.
Yeah, it definitely was.
You can hear them all throughout. In fact, the guy next to me was very subdued and quiet for majority of it. And there was one moment when I thought he was going to jump out of his chair and scream because all of us were, oh my God, as it was happening.
It was good.
So yeah, definitely see it with a crowd, see it when there's as many people in the auditorium as you can. If you are okay with that, if you are up for that, we highly recommend it.
Stay away for socials.
Also, watch till the end of the credits. As always, it's Marvel. I wouldn't say earth-shattering stuff, but
it's fun.
It is very fun, and it does add some revelation to the movie itself.
Yeah.
So definitely stay all the way through the credits for this one. But I'm thinking more than likely we're probably going to have to do a spoiler review for this one.
Yeah.
Just because there's so much to talk about. There's so many Easter eggs.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many places to look.
Looking at you, new rock stars.
I know, right? New rock stars. They got a hell of a job ahead of them because there is so much to look at in so many different moments. Many times we were pointing at the screen because of the things that were, happening. Just visual little nuggets of goodness that you can enjoy after multiple watches. So, big question for you all. Deadpool or Wolverine? If you had to pick one, who would it be? And for me, growing up, reading the comics, Wolverine for me.
It would be Wolverine for me too, because I did watch the X-Men animated series back in the day. So it would be Wolverine for me as well.
I'm sure a lot of you grew up with the Fox movies
and then,
too.
when the Fox movies came out and Hugh Jackman was Wolverine. Wolverine.
This movie is a huge love letter to the Fox Marvel universe. So definitely, and you'll see why during the credits too. It's amazing.
So good.
It's
Yeah,
amazing. So,
it's nice.
but either way, guys, are you excited? Let us know your pick, Deadpool or Wolverine, down in the comments below. You can also like and subscribe.
And did the thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Discord.
All the social networking gin joints, you know where they are. Kick into the party, fuel the party, keep the party going on our Patreon, as well as our member section on our YouTube channel. We're going through House of the Dragon right now on the channel. We just finished up The Boys, as well as The Acolyte, so make sure you check out our reactions for those. Thanks so much, and as always,
Now it's time to say goodbye.
this party is over.
Bye.
Bye.